just in, breaking news from the Olympic National Park, located in the beautiful Olympic Peninsula in Washington State. This message is brought to you by Room 12 environmental video journalists.
Video reporters from Room 12 just heard about a great, new, innovative idea being started from our own Olympic National Park. Come along with us and we'll show you the park's plan to reduce their carbon footprint.
Let's start with the park's problem.
If you're an industry spewing 12,310 metric tons of carbon into Earth's atmosphere via a fleet of dump trucks, helicopters, passenger cars, and other fossil-fueled vehicles, you'd be called a major polluter.
And that, according to the National Park Service of Carbon Emissions Inventory, is what the Olympic National Park is, a major polluter.
The Park Service reports that the Olympic National Park, together with the North Cascades and Mount Rainier, have one heavy carbon footprint. They release 30,820 metric tons of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into our atmosphere.
In other words, these three Washington State national parks are seriously contributing to global climate change.
Carbon dioxide is a major influence on the Earth's climate change, scientists say. Too much of the gas in the atmosphere and the world's average temperature rises. That creates changes such as increasingly destructive storms, floods, and in Washington's parks such as Glacier National Park and Olympic National Park, shrinking glaciers.
Carbon emissions from man-made sources are blamed for overtaxing the Earth's ability to remove carbon from the atmosphere. So carbon footprints, the amount of emissions put into the air by the park, are a real problem.
Let's listen to some of the park's ideas to help reduce their carbon footprint. Here's their climate change action plan.
Education and example setting are two major components of the Olympic National Park Climate Change Action Plan. The park is a magnet for people. If 1 million visitors get a message of conservation and start living that message, it could be a real impact. This action plan will be finalized by the beginning of summer, just as the park faces its big tourist season.
The action plan includes goals for 1. Lowering the park's fuel and energy consumption. 2. Making a dent in the 900 tons of garbage trucked out and sent to a landfill each year. 3. And to develop an educational outreach programs for visitors and Peninsula residents.
How about using alternative energy? Out at Gusty Rialto Park on the Pacific Ocean, the Olympic National Park is installing a small wind-powered generator that will light the inside of the Comfort Station restroom. Elsewhere across the park, energy-efficient appliances, non-toxic cleaning fluids, recycled carpet, and biodegradable materials are already being phased in. Recycling is a major endeavor here, since all of this stuff has to be hauled away. For example, last September, the U.S. Coast Guard helped remove 21 tons of old tires from the Hurricane Ridge ski area and sent them to a recycling plant in Olympia, Washington. Unfortunately, a carbon-emitting helicopter was used to airlift these tires. Such aircraft are also used to perform other tasks, such as counting the park's herds of Roosevelt elk. Let's talk vehicle emissions. Some 150 park operations vehicles traveled 641,731 miles in 2007. Vehicle emissions account for a significant part of the park's carbon emissions. These vehicles spewed 580 metric tons of greenhouse gas into the Earth's atmosphere. More than 3 million people came to the park last year. That's one whole city of Chicago. Park visitor miles traveled 15.5 million miles in 2004. That's just miles driven within the park. This number doesn't include the fossil fuels consumed by jets, buses, vans, and cars, carrying visitors to the park from around the globe. Hopefully, a shuttle bestowed in the park could shrink the visitor footprint. But sharing a bus up to Hurricane Ridge may not be as convenient as driving one's own car. Such public transit, especially biodiesel fuel, could be another example of introducing park visitors to a brighter and greener future. So you see, Olympic National Park can be an inspiration to the world. Our parks are places people want to be proud of.
Thanks for joining the Room 12 reporters today for our interesting look into our park system. If one person does one thing every day for a year and we multiply that, that's what's going to make a difference.
Video reporters from Room 12 just heard about a great, new, innovative idea being started from our own Olympic National Park. Come along with us and we'll show you the park's plan to reduce their carbon footprint.
And that's what's going to make a difference.